Hello everyone, welcome back to another video where I'll talk about technology development at the moment. And in this video I'm going to talk about what is the future of artificial intelligence, namely things like ChatGPT and other large language models. We've seen throughout the past 3 years since December of 2022, since ChatGPT launched, that AI has been such a hype in the world. As we can see, the stocks of OpenAI, the likes of NVIDIA, chip makers have soared significantly throughout the past 3 years. But now the real question is, what is the future of artificial intelligence as it stands in 2025? Many people argue that artificial general intelligence will be achieved by more productive AI models, like higher intelligence models developed by OpenAI. But I hold quite a different view. So for those who don't know, AGI, or artificial general intelligence, is an intelligent system that can act autonomously to solve new problems, kind of like a newborn baby. Even if you don't teach a human baby how to do certain tasks, once that baby grows, it will know how to do things. For example, when you don't teach the baby how to eat food, for example, it knows how to chew, how to digest food itself, because it is inherently intelligent. And the problem with large language models in the market now is it isn't fully intelligent. Although it can solve maths Olympiad problems, for example, it can solve a lot of complex problems. The issue with large language models is it's a transformer model. What it means is it doesn't know what it's saying. What transformer models do is that they take an input from a user. Let's say you're using ChatGPT, you ask the model a question, and it thinks about the tokens extracted from the sentence and computes the most likely word that follows the question. For example, if you ask the question, what is the capital of France? It would go to a probability distribution curve and say, well, it's probably 99% Paris, or 1% Berlin, or I don't know, like 0 point something percent London. And then after it computes the probability, it will think, okay, so Paris has a greater probability than other cities, so therefore Paris is the capital of France. However, it doesn't know whether Paris is actually the capital of France. It is simply trained on a set of data that tells the model that Paris is the capital of France, but the model itself isn't intelligent enough to recognize that. So that is the inherent limitation of a transformer model. It sort of computes the most likely outcome of a phrase rather than the meaning of a phrase itself. And why does it have an implication on the future development of AI? Well, if a model relies heavily on the training of data set to generate intelligence, then if we no longer provide it with accurate and up-to-date data set, then it would be unlikely that this model will get any smarter in the future. And this is exactly the problem that we're faced with. In the future, what we expect from an AI system is that it can automate tasks without human input. So for example, when you hire someone for a role in a company, right, you don't have to tell that person exactly what to do, right? But when you buy a robot or an artificial intelligence system, you have to prompt it very precisely for it to produce the kind of work that you expect from it. So that is the inherent problem of large language models. In addition to the problems mentioned earlier on about the fact that artificial intelligence right now is large language models, and that it is very unlikely to evolve into an artificial general intelligence. In addition to that, another problem is that at the moment, chatbots and AI are mostly cloud-based software, and the limitation of that is, despite it being able to think and reason, it can't act upon what it thinks. And that is the crucial problem that we're missing in the technology field. When we talk about AI being developed full-fledged, we're actually talking not just about the brain, but also the arms, the feet, the hands that it can use and leverage in order to achieve something, and to some extent assist or even replace humans. So I think in the future, the development of artificial intelligence will actually go beyond just developing a chatbot, and it would extend beyond that to realms like mechatronics, which is the integration of mechanics and electronics. So we want to sort of integrate artificial intelligence to control a robotic's arms and legs and things that it can use to maneuver around. And in this way, AI can really assist and help humans in a physical setting, not just in a theoretical and software setting. And this is when artificial intelligence will reach its peak, as a lot of dystopian sci-fi films have suggested. The real problem is, how is AI going to develop in the next 5 to 10 years, in the short to medium term? Well, my opinion is that AI would go beyond chatbots and large language models to a mechatronics model that integrates multi-modal capabilities like vision model, auditory model, mechatronics model with the hands, reasoning model, integrate those together into one integrated universal model that can power a humanoid robot. That is the end goal of AI, which is to create another superhuman being that can achieve superior abilities. And right now, the problem is that although ChatGPT can surpass most human beings in creative and logical fields, it cannot act upon what it thinks in a physical setting, and that is the problem. So I think in the next 5 to 10 years, we can really expect humanoid robots to take over the world, for the better or for the worse. But I hope for the better, of course. So stay tuned. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe and share, and I'll catch you next time.